Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you very much for having me and appreciate your time. And today we have a special review on a few things. And our topic today is Coca Cola in perfumery. And what is all the hype around Coca Cola? Before we begin, I want to just showcase and display the watch I'm wearing, because it's not only a fragrance channel but channel where I talk about a little bit of clothing. And today I'm wearing the Mauricio Baltasari sweater, Swacket. It's 3 kilograms of pure virgin wool. It's absolutely beautiful. The insides. And this is a Stenstrom shirt, absolutely beautiful as well. It has a paisley pattern there, and 7 for All Mankind jeans, and the shoes are Alton Boutier and burgundy. It goes well with blue jeans. And last but not least, I want to just talk about this watch that I've chosen to wear today. The watch is the Longines Master Collection Moon Phase watch. It has the moon phase and barleycorn dial, 42 millimeters from lug to lug, 40 millimeter case, 14 millimeters thick, crystal sapphire, barleycorn pattern, the blue dials, anti-reflective. It has the chronograph, specific automatic here with as you can see, the back here. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's all engraved. I'm going to do a review on this, and if you can see with that blue wheel there, that's a column wheel. It's a mechanism that prevents the watch from winding in an opposite direction and damaging it. So basically you can turn up the dial. You could turn the dial as much as you want without damaging the watch. And called the column wheel. It's an alligator strap, and absolutely beautiful mechanism here to close the clasp. And so this watch here is ETA Movement Eterna that manufactures the workhorse mechanisms for many of Swatch's watch brands. It's the Swatch Group, and Longines has been around for quite some time, since 1832, I believe. Magnificent watch. It's the best value you can get in a watch, I do believe, and I could go on forever on it. It has a 54-hour power reserve, and it's just magnificent. You can actually hear it ticking, like, so beautifully. It's relaxing to hear an automatic watch. It's just beautiful. So that's what I wanted to share with you in regards to the clothing and what I'm wearing today. And now let's get into the topic. So today we're doing Coca Cola and perfumery, and so to me this is very exciting, because I remember as a kid I used to play in the hot summer days and in the park all day long, and the first thing that I do is go to the convenience store after a long day's worth of playing soccer and good exercise. I'd chug back a Coca Cola. I'd pop it. You could see the bubbles and the CO2 kind of come up into your nasal passageways and give you that feeling of refreshment immediately, even before you put it to your mouth, and then you take a swig, and I remember if it was too fast, it would be almost spicy, and it would almost burn your throat. But it was so refreshing. The taste is so remarkable and so distinguishable that it creates a scent memory that is never forgotten, that is closely linked to close experiences and memories that we've all shared in life as kids, and then as we've been growing up. For the most part, most people do enjoy it. What is Coca Cola? Well, it's not just a drink. It's a composition here, and I wanted to talk about what's in Coca Cola. So the secret lies in the actual formula, and it's not just a perfume note. Apart from the carbonated water, sugars, and caffeine, caramel, and phosphoric acid, it boasts lime, lemon, orange, coriander. It slightly has an orangey scent. Neroli, coming from the steam distillation of orange blossoms, cinnamon, and nutmeg and vanilla. Well, there's too many things to remember here. The basic flavor in Coca-Cola and competing cola drinks comes mainly from vanilla and cinnamon through Pepsi Cola, and the lime is very prominent. So that's what's in Coca-Cola. I wanted to talk also about some of the perfumes in the industry that are quite famous, that remind you of this beautiful soft drink, that vanillic, caramelic aftertaste. So some of the fragrance are fragrances produced by Donna Karan and DKNY, Delicious Candy Apples, Ripe Raspberry, limited edition. Another one is Grabazi by Gendarme. Another one is Lauder's Youth Dew and the Flanker Youth Dew Amber Nude. Most definitely conjure up an aftertaste of cola. And L'Artisan Parfumeur Niche releases Mon Numero 10 as a dry down redolent of famous soda. And also Dior's Dolce Vita hints at it, having the sweet, thickish undercurrent to differentiate it from feminine Dubois for once it sprang. So those are some of the fragrances that boast having this wonderful note of Coca-Cola. And so now to talk about the fragrances I like most that have Coca-Cola. Well, the first fragrance I want to talk about is Creation E. That's a good one for me. I love that one because it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and there's nothing quite like it. So I'm just gonna pull up the notes here. Because I quite don't remember them all. And now that I have the notes pulled up, I'm going to show you the fragrance. So this is Creation E Enigma, and this perfume is by Roger Dove. He's a wonderful perfumer, and I do believe that there's no one like it. I've been collecting. There's no perfumer like him, and quality products like his. It stands out amongst all of my fragrances, and it's exclusive. The packaging, the quality, and everything that you get with it, and the experience is remarkable, and it's outstanding. It's definitely worth it. So this is the bottle, the box, and I'll show you the bottle in a moment. So it comes with the gold plaque. This is the cap here with his name that's engraved in the plaque. Roja Dove, that's the signature, and it has a silk background and a gold type colored box there. And I never forget to mention these are crystal Swarovski stones or crystals, and this is it. This is Creation E. So I like to spray it. One moment here. Wow, that sprayer is just magnificent. It doesn't stain your clothing. That's just quite beautiful. I could immediately get a boozy cognac smell, and it's like dunking. It's like dunking dried fruits into Hennessy. That's what it's like. It's warm, spicy, vanillic, woody, amber, tobacco, sweet, citrusy, white, floral, and balsamic. That's how Roja Dove talks about a gentleman sitting at the bar. You know, he has a cigar. He's a mysterious man. Nobody can figure him out. He's an intricate, complex man. Keeps to himself. Probably very discreet. And he wears something. He wears something magnificent. Something that catches people's attention. And that's the Creation E. I just want to see the notes here. The notes are black pepper, neroli, and bergamot. Middle notes are cognac, tobacco, ginger, and jasmine. Base notes are vanilla, benzoin, and patchouli. So how do you like that for notes? Now, in regards to those notes, I honestly, from what I get from it immediately, I get the spiciness and the citrus at first, and after that it's encompassed, and it is immersed in the ginger and the cognac and the booze, and it lays on a bed of vanilla and benzoin. It's quite remarkable. It's quite the experience. It projects quite a fair distance. It's powerful. So this will fill up a room, and all you need is one spray. If you go to a club, a bar, whatever, you want to impress people, you wear 2 or 3 sprays. You'll definitely turn heads with this magnificent perfume. It is considered gourmand. Longevity is 8 to 12 hours. Sillage is excellent at a 10. Projection is a 10. This whole fragrance experience is magnificent. It's a 10 out of 10. And in regards to the Coca Cola note, you do get the effervescent, fizzy type feel. The vanilla and the cognac and the ginger combined together with the citrus will give you the Coca Cola note. And at first, it's very strong, and you'll get just the booze and the citrus. But as the dry down kind of kicks in, then you start getting the cola vibes in this, and it's just awesome, magnificent. So that's Creation E. I want to talk about something special now, something dear to my heart, and it's by agar. Agar. Um, this is a magnificent company, and the creator of agar uses only the highest quality ouds and distillations in the world. This is agar attar, and this is what it looks like. This is a must try for oud lovers. This here, I've been collecting oud and testing it for a long time now. Just look at that. It's just beautiful, the color. I've been collecting oud, and I'm gonna spray it so I can get the experience. It won't stain as it's I would be careful to spray it on fabric, but it's just quite beautiful. So agar attar, what's it comprised of? Agar attar is the complete essence of oud in all its facets. It has the most diverse array of notes and different experiences when it comes to oud in all its facets and characteristics. So I've sprayed it right now, and you get the woods, you get the peppers, the peppery note, you get the sweet note, you get that cola vibe. I immediately associated this fragrance with cola. And that's just my opinion. But I get vanilla, cola, I get fruits, I get dried fruits, I get the the sweetness. It's just magnificent. It evokes so many things, and if you are trained, if your mind is trained to detect different ouds, and you've tried different ouds from different places, you can eventually decipher what all the differences are and detect and separate them in your mind from where they are. It's just magnificent. Now, this is gonna blow your mind. This is an extract de parfum. They sell it for around $500 for 25 mils, so it's not cheap. And I wanted to read to you the ingredients in this. So this is made with such precision that there's no erratic notes and all notes that you experience will transition from one to the other, like an orchestrated symphony in which everything is well put together in a way that you have a masterpiece when it comes to the experience of this perfume. And so this is the breakdown of the notes here. So it evokes West Malaysian oud in it, evokes 7-Up, Coca Cola, and strawberry. The island ouds that it has in it has oud from Borneo, Sri Lanka, and it evokes an oceanic and breezy type scent. And I definitely get that. I get that this depth, this airy type scent that opens up your airways and brings you a beautiful experience. The Borneo oud evokes a little bit of patchouli with milk and mint. The Cambodian and the Thailand oud It evokes plum and figs and pipe tobacco. The Brunei and Vietnam oud in it evokes vanilla, milk, and mint. The Indian oud in it evokes sweet spices, hay, leather, and fleshy plums. And Kalimantan and Sabah oud in it evokes tangerine, creamsicle, and vanilla and cinnamon. The Myanmar and China and Laos oud in it evokes bittersweet, rugged wood and herbs and tea. I definitely get that. If you think about it, if you ever sat down and smelled a nice tea, you definitely get that on the dry down on this. And then finally, the Papuan oud evokes dry, woody, and jungly green and earthy notes. So this is just quite magnificent, is it not? What a vast array of different notes that create many accords that bring you a lot of joy and is quite delightful. Just a wonderful experience and a summation of oud in itself in all its facets. With this perfume, I like to say something they say in neuroscience: the whole equals more than the sum of its parts. So it's not just a note. Oud is not just a note. Oud is nature's masterpiece, created over time, that has gone through different temperature changes in nature, different environmental conditions, different growth patterns, different times of the day where it gets more sun and not, different types of wood and different types of formation of immune system response when it comes to the resin and that sort of thing. So what I'm trying to say is that nature with time created a magnificent masterpiece that will never really be copied like the same thing over and over. It always will be its own fingerprint in nature. So that's agar, attar, and it's just a wonderful masterpiece. The last thing I wanted to share with you is eo4, and I'm just gonna pick up the pace here. I appreciate your time. I got a bottle, a decant, because agar is quite expensive, and the decant comes in a bottle like this, and it's getting down to the last bit. I saved it for this review. Now with eo4 agar, it was his aim and goal to bring out a cola note in his signature series due to the demand of and the hype of Coca Cola and perfumery. So he decided to change it, and eo4 he was brought out, and so we got eo1, and eo1 was really a magnificent perfume that he brought out, and it was based on oud. eo2 was based on musk, just amazing musk, a fragrance that so many people know, but very few people can actually say they actually experienced it in the world. It's very rare, very expensive. It's illegal in most parts of the world, and it comes from a small gland from a deer, in which he releases small pods onto the territory in which he's at. The musk deer is quite a beautiful animal, and he uses this musk to attract females, and also to make known that he has a territory to other males. And so musk pods were then picked up and created into perfumery, distilled in a tincture. And then there's the eo3, and it's based on rose. So, but we're here to talk about eo4. So what's next? eo4 is once again based on the cola note, and we'll spray it and see what it's like here. Wow. So I don't know if that's the color right there. So I wouldn't spray it on any white clothing. It would definitely stain it. So the notes on this are vanilla, tamarind, opanax, peru balsam, anise, caraway, and this is all drenched in a sweet vanillic syrup. There's if you're familiar with these notes, they share a thick resinous sweetness, caramelized myrrh dipped in a paste of blended dates. Wow. So a fine oud perfume doesn't just contain oud. While this style perfumery of using just one ingredient and diluting it has been a trend in modern perfumery, the way showcasing one brush stroke of blue paint on a canvas and calling it art has become fashionable. That's actually a contra in perfumery. This is a note from the brand. Perfume aims to embellish and enrich certain aromatics, ornament and arrange them like a symphony that would arrange different instruments, with perhaps a solo sax or piano performance as a highlight. So that's what Ensar is saying, that he has put together this perfume like a symphony with the notes. He wants to create an experience of a pleasant aroma that evokes feelings and emotions that are joyful and very beautiful. So it says a fizziness of rich purple cord with a glaze of cola makes it more delectable. There's a sparkly citrus soda effect in it as well. And so he has carnation, and he's added to vanilla, and Havana to carob, and marigold to hericium, and then mango sweetness to osmanthus. Then injects green papoose incense into seaweed. And this is how he managed to lift the cola note from the perfume. So it says top notes are Havana, carob, tagetes, seaweed. Heart notes are rose otto, frangipani, osmanthus, jasmine. Base notes are vanilla, tobacco, patchouli, ambergris, SQ, rayon, agarwood, papuan, agarwood. So we'll get to the to how it smells. What I get at first is a little bit of a marine type smell. Now, this comes from the seaweed and the carob, I do believe, together. But at first, it almost seems kind of, I don't want to say it, but fishy, like a very subtle fishy. And then it immediately, shortly after, maybe take 10 minutes after, it gradually diminishes that fishy smell. But at the same time, you get a spicy smell and a citrus smell together. So it's not offensive. It's actually quite striking, and it's really beautiful. So afterwards, you get the a bit of the rose otto, the frangipani, and the jasmine mixed together. It creates a beautiful floral canvas. It's quite delightful and pleasant. Now I wore this to the grocery store, and I put it, right, just one spray here, and that's all I could spray. I could smell. I wore Creation E on one hand, and I wore Agar attar on the other, and this eo4 scent, it really just it pushed the others aside, and all you can smell was the beautiful, the musk and the cola vibe notes coming from this. Now the cola vibe note from this is, I would say, out of 10, I would say maybe 6 out of 10. For Agar attar, I do think it's 7 or 8 out of 10, and for Creation E, it's a 10 out of 10. So, in regards to this, what I smell is the deep, beautiful woods and musks, and the vanilla, and it all sits on a bed of ambergris, and it's very airy. It's very airy, and it's very beautiful, and it's a perfume that when you smell it, you take deep breaths while wearing it. It's very relaxing. I think that we need to learn how to breathe. We need to learn how to relax, and we need to learn how to experience these wonderful creations with patience and with a lot of joy, and be happy while doing so, because the experience will be just more amazing. So I rate this on how much I like it, maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. I would consider getting a decant first, because it's quite strong and quite expensive, and so a decant may be enough. With the Creation E, it's a whole bottle worthy. It's a blind buy. I wouldn't think about it twice. Worry about the not liking it. Everybody loves it. Women love it, and it's amazing. And with the Agar attar, I think it's quite amazing as well. And I wouldn't worry too much about, but I would not blind buy it. I would get a decant, and same with this. My favorite out of all of them, the most wearable one, is Creation E. That wins the battle of the Coca Cola wars. And so this sums up my review on Coca Cola and perfumery. I hope you enjoyed it. And before I go, I just wanted to share with you a couple of words. There's been a lot of problems in the world, and I've done some research, and I've taken note on how people are feeling lately, and there's been a lot of depression in the world, and a lot of anxiety in the world, and a lot of fear because of what's going on. So I really feel for my family and friends, and for my community, and so I just wanted to share a positive word. And so what I'm going to share is from the Holy Scriptures. It's an ancient book put together by it's 66 books put together by 40 prophets, and they all have one topic that they talk about in common, and what it is love. And this is what this book is mostly known for, is love, and its characteristics, and how to display it and apply it in our lives. It's a book that explains to you how to live, and how we can be happy in the midst of problems in the world. And so I wanted to share with you something that I find quite beautiful. and it talks about love and what it is, um, and it's inspired by a higher power. So out of respect for my viewers and everybody, I won't speak too much about doctrine. Just wanted to share a couple verses. It's found in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and the man Paul wrote this. It says, "If I speak in tongues of men and of angels but do not have love, I have become a clanging gong or a clashing cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and understand all the sacred secrets and all the knowledge, and I have all the faith so as to move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. And if I give all my belongings to feed others, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but do not have love, I do not benefit at all. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous. It does not brag, does not get puffed up, does not behave indecently, does not look for its own interests, does not become provoked. It does not keep account of injury. It does not rejoice over unrighteousness, but rejoices with truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never fails." Wow. And then I want to just go to the last part here. It says, "Now, however, these three remain: faith, hope, love, but the greatest of these is love." So what can we learn from this? Well, it talks about the characteristics of love. It talks about patience. It talks about how love behaves. It's not jealous, does not become provoked, and does not look for its own interests. If a person studies these things and applies them in their life, it will bring them a lot of joy. And everybody struggles and suffers and has problems, but we need to reach out to our loved ones, to our family, to our friends, to strangers, and we need to do good. We need to start with ourselves. We need to do away with the violent music or movies or whatever it is that is harming us, and we need to find something that's good, and we need to share it, and it will bring us a lot more happiness. It definitely won't get rid of a lot of the problems that we all struggle with, but it will help us to know how to deal with them in a better way and also cope with them in a better manner. And so when the Apostle Paul wrote this, he was speaking to the people of Corinth, and they were going through different problems, but they were similar to ours in nowadays. And so I love the last part where it says faith, hope, and love. Those remain, but the last one and the greatest of these is love. So whatever it is that you have in your heart, whatever hope you have, don't let that candle burn out. Look at it intently and go and pursue after it and keep it close to your heart, and make sure that it's motivated by something like love. And by no means can you make a mistake and do wrong. This will help you become successful in all things. And so that's what I wanted to say. Find time to do all these things and rejoice in life. Draw close to nature, get in touch with nature, and enjoy it, because life is precious. Tomorrow's never promised. And I just want to leave everybody with this note, and I am going to release another video maybe next week, and It's going to be most likely Tibetan Musk by Ansar Oud. I want to dive into these and take them apart and give people an honest review so they can know what they're getting into and help them make good decisions in regards to their purchases. However, scent is subjective, so if pardon me if you don't enjoy something that I do like. I want to leave you all with this, and I want to thank you for your time, and apologize for taking longer than usual, and I appreciate you guys very much, and sending you all hugs and best wishes. Goodbye.